Hello everyone, Achadino here. As you know, always, if you want to support the channel, you can subscribe and like it, whatever. Now, you know there was a new build yesterday, and we got some fixes. I'm going to go around into some general rogue fixes, and then I will focus on subtlety, because that's what we do here. So, we will look at two ways here. We have the developer notes. We are just going to look at them really fast. Next Stalker nerfed. This was already on our notes, as you know. Next Stalker nerfed, bam. And then elusiveness now makes our evasion stronger. What does this mean? Elusiveness is that weird talent that it's always objectively better in almost all fights, but you just don't take it because you are bad at the game. You are like me. I mean, it will make some thresholds on some fights and some places actually way easier to survive because, as you know, our cheat death versus dots does not work really well. Like, if you get to like 5% and then you proc it, you don't get healed, and then you just die on the next dot tick. It is what it is. Now, assassination, we don't care that much about that, but let's just read them anyway. Baron Rush, nerfed. Kingsbane, nerfed. Internal Bleeding, nerfed. Exsanguinate, the passive and the active, has been kind of shoveled around. Elaborate Planning has died. Warrior's Death, no one cares about that. Marked for Death for Outlaw doesn't benefit from Restless Blades. And now Subletly, we knew about this, the double dipping. If you didn't know, the clones from Shadow Technique. Shadow Technique has two parts. The first part, when we do the attack, that's the physical hit, and then 1 second later and 1.3 seconds later. That's important because we use that for some timing things. Do the extra damage. Now it was getting double bonus from our talents. So if you were with Deeper Daggers and Veil Touched, and in this case Dark Brew, instead of 10 you were getting 20, instead of 8 you were getting 16, and instead of 5 you were getting 10. In life, in this case, it was stronger because Deeper Blades was 16 instead of 8. That was what made Dark Brew go farther ahead than Flagellation and in Rotten, and now it's Dust. Gormouth Bite increased damage, good, not much to say. Shuriken Storm got a little nerf, now it costs more. It's kind of like a numbers pass for our everything. Gormouth Bite now can consume Cold Blood, not like we are ever going to use Cold Blood again, but now you can use Cold Blood if you want, or you can use Rotten, that is the same, and it's also extra damage. That was like the official notes. You also get some data changes. Here you can see the coefficients and everything, kind of cool. Now it's just 5 per point. Venom Rush, whatever. Outlaw Prey on the Weak, it's getting nerfed in PvP. Now Shadow Techniques gets 2 energy more for each proc. You can check that in the PTR. It was 3, now it's 5. Kind of something. I think they will revert that because we already get enough energy from other places. And Gory Mouse Bite, the multiplier of attack power went up in this case. Then Crippling Poison is getting nerfed in PvP with Superior Mixture. It's going to be 5% instead of 10. And now the things that we knew kinda. So on the patch, all of these are things. Now Shuriken Storm works with Shadow Blades. What does that mean? That means that one of the most, well, it's kind of divided, the thing. Shuriken Tornado. This works with Shadow Blades. What does it mean? You can just run up and up smash. No, we, like, for example, use Shadow Blades and then Tornado, and you can finish 4 times. As you know, that can be quite strong in many places. We have had some ideas. I have some rotation things, and other people have had other rotation things ideas for dust. It's kind of what we are theory crafting more. There's also builds with dark brew and other things, but those right now seem kind of weaker. Also, Gloomblade and the first dance are also kind of weak, so we are dropping those most likely. This is like a mock-up of what I'm trying to look for. Other people are also playing with Finality and Dark Brew. That will be another video. Now, other things that are getting fixed and changed. Goremau now grants a Dance Macabre stack. As you know, we play that talent most likely. It's one of the stronger capstone talents. And if you play Goremau's Bite with it, when you go into dance, you get one stack. And then now if you use Goremau, you get another stack. Before you were getting 0. Now, another thing. Now, Perforated Veins, that's also a talent that we get. This one increases the next combo point generating ability. That means that works on Sepsis and Gormouth, and of course, Shadow Strike, Shuriken Storm, and other things when you get to 5 stacks. In that case, if you, for example, use Sepsis, it's 40% stronger. 50, sorry. Of course, that means that the pop and everything is going to get amplified and it's going to hit quite hard. As you can see, even without dance or anything or trinket, you get a big chunky hit. This was the dot, and then here it is. Kind of cool. Now, for other things, as you know now, everything here, it's kind of fixed. Now, the Shadow Tech finisher bug, it's kind of hard to explain, but before, sometimes you were getting the combo points back, even if you didn't turn Shadowcraft. And now, that's not the case anymore. You also, of course, have another bug fixed, that it's sometimes when you were using your Shadow Technique points, you were getting munched. That means, like, for example, if you had to remember, I see here I have 6 stacks, now I have 7. I will only need to use 4. See, now we use 4. In that case, sometimes it ate all 7 stacks. That means, of course, that we are getting less combo points and less energy overall, and of course less cooldown reduction on our Shadow Dance and Secret Technique. It was annoying, let's say, and of course it was not what they wanted it to be. As for other things that still need fixing, of course, we still have some munching on builders when it's like almost the end. Like, for example, now I only have 1 combo point left. Let me get more. See now, right now, I could get 6, but I used all my 7s. That happens sometimes too. It's going to be harder to fix that one, but that's what it is. Those are the general changes. Now, for builds and other things, that will be another video. We will kind of keep doing the videos for theory crafting. Remember, everything that we do on the PTR, it's not like something that's going to go 100% into live. You can kind of watch them if you want to do some testing these days. One of the better builds, you can check the dust builds. We have pins in the Rogue Discord too, you can check them. I have to talk to, well, I can also change them, but because the dust build is likely changing a bit after all these fixes and things. Now I will see you on the next video.